computer. There we go. Good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday night again, my favorite night of the week, doing our Wow Wednesday testimonial calls with our AO scan technology and pretty much anything Solex. I am Dr. Sheila, the founder of the Wow Wellness team, and I have the amazing Liz Jimmy with me tonight, co-hosting. And I would love to introduce her. She's fairly new, just getting her feet wet, and offered to help me out on this wonderful call. Liz, do you have anything to say starting out, how you came to Solex?
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. Yeah, I was introduced by a friend of mine, Jillian, who showed me the scanner. We've been friends for quite a while, and I'm a energy guide by trade at this point in my life. I used to be in education earlier, and I was really amazed at the reports. That's what really what really got me excited. They're so comprehensive. So of course I start playing around with them, and I've had little things like I had heartburn. So I thought, oh, I'll go in and see what I can do for heartburn. Cleared it up within 5 to 7 minutes. I know, I was like, what the heck? And I didn't do anything else. I didn't do my normal things. And then I had a friend who had an earache, and I thought, oh, well, let's just go look and see if we can find something for an earache. So I found a few things, and I was broadcasting them to her, and she goes, oh my goodness. A couple hours later, she goes, this is starting to go away, and I haven't put any drops in my ears. I haven't done anything. So I played it for a couple of days on and off, and it completely cleared up with nothing else. I have a grandson who he suffers with huge grief and loss. He's had so much loss in a very short period of time. And he's only a young 14-year-old, difficult to express, gets very overwhelmed. And so I had the pleasure of doing Dr. Daryl's flower essence. And I thought, oh, there's something in there for grief and loss. So I started broadcasting that to him, and I could see a difference. He started to engage more. He started to be more present, kind of like his old self, because he was really getting depressed, and really, we were quite worried, really, about him.
Yeah.
So I'm just over the top with this stuff. And I am just a baby in this, but the more I get to know, it just blows my mind what we can do with the scans and the playlists and the Cephis. And anyways, that's probably enough out of me for now.
That was fantastic. I didn't know all that. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Oh, you bet. Yeah.
Wow.
I'd like to ask, because I'm really I just signed up today, and I've been involved with this for maybe like a week. So,
she was my first 6-day pass.
Oh, nice.
All right. So were you broadcasting using the Cephi frequencies, or is that how you were doing it, and you were putting in the symptom?
Well, I was making playlists specific to the issue or the challenge that people had, and then I was broadcasting that. But these people are also sending me inner voice clips in the morning, and then I send them their reports, and they listen throughout the day.
Okay.
Yeah, that is such a supportive resource, because a lot of people, the feedback is that they're finding that they're much more calmer, they're at peace. When they're feeling frustrated, they remember to grab their frequencies and listen for 10 minutes or however long. And people are showing up differently. That's what they're telling me. And I know that for myself. I'm realizing that I'm not a huge reactive person, but I can be internally. What I express, I may be filtering quite a bit, right? But I noticed internally, I don't have all that angst and the real busy mind, that is worrying and stuff. I'm just able to be more present and approach things more rationally, I guess I could say. So I just, yeah, it's been It's been amazing. And of course, I didn't realize how amazing it was until you get into it more and more, right? You just think, oh, this is really cool, great reports. But I didn't know how to utilize it to its fullest. And honestly, I still don't know how. So I'm pretty excited what I'm going to learn down the road, right? Like, yeah, it's been great. And I think you'll love it once you get into it.
I do
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love to hear the simplicity of what you're doing and the massive results that you're getting with that, knowing that there is so much more capabilities that you don't have to get weighed down in, that you can use the simple things and get massive effects. Because some people they want to take the whole thing and they get overwhelmed and then they don't do anything, or they think, I just can't do this. This is too complicated. That is the main thing that Lauren wants people to not do.
And I understand that, because at the beginning, when I looked at everything, I thought, oh my God, this is above my pay grade. Like, really, this is a little more. And then I thought, no, Lauren talks about inner voice, inner voice. So I thought, I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to get all my family and friends doing inner voice and get comfortable with that and get some feedback. But now I'm getting super excited about where it's going to go, right? But I allowed myself 3.5 months really to stick with inner voice. And then I just started to venture out to Sephi and a few playlists, right? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
thank you for sharing that. And I hope that you all will take note and share that when you're talking to other people, because I do, it's frustrating for me when people want to overcomplicate it and think they have to do everything. And then they end up not joining or not taking advantage and missing out on their empowerment. So we've got to keep it so simple for people. If they want to do more, they can, but we've got to keep it simple. I mean, look at what you've done so simply.
I know. And it's really, I mean, for me, when I look back, I think, wow, it's only been 3.5 months. Like, really, it's only been 3.5 months. So I'm very excited. I can't wait till I do all the levels, because I've just done the basic level and then the flower essence, and it's so empowering. Like, it's very, very empowering. I can see why every home should have an AO scan in it. Every home.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. That is my mission. And I want to keep bringing more people in here and have you guys bring more people in here who have that same mission, because everybody deserves to be empowered like this. I don't know if it was me. So, does anyone else have anything to share with us? We would love to hear it. Kristen, you look like you're trying to get unplugged.
Sheila, I have a couple questions.
Okay. I'm on.
Oh.
Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well, I've been doing Solex. I've had my scanner for like using it for over a year, but just myself with my family. And I have been like overwhelmed with all the things you can do. And it's so cool, but I just do the voice and all the optimizing and the different reports and try and figure them out. But there's a lot. So I've been doing the training. I haven't even got through the phase 1 yet, but I still use this. But I like just the homeo energetics. There's stuff there that you just like. I get a headache and it's like I can just zap myself. It's like I've got several Sephi lists that I've made up, and like my sister is in Florida and she's had this drainage down her throat, and she said, I can't stop like coughing and clearing my throat. I said, let me send you some frequencies. So I made up a Sephi list, and I've been running it for like every day for about like 10 minutes a day. And she'll call me up. Did you run those frequencies? I'm like, yeah. She goes, I can tell.
Oh,
I am like, she goes, I even went to Dairy Queen and had a whatever flurry, and that usually makes me all congested, and I'm good. I'm
Oh
like,
my
oh
God.
my gosh, that's so cool. Because I mean, it's like across the country. I'm fixing her, it's so cool.
Even though she's not helping herself.
I know she doesn't want to just get all involved in it. She's just thinks it's too much for her, so she just calls me. And my daughter does the same thing. I got a migraine, mom. So I just like send her frequencies. She's got her own little frequency list. Now I have them on the multicast, and I've got my family on multicast, and I just zap them with good stuff every day. It's cool. I love this.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome, Kristen. That's really awesome. But I started multicast too. I was intimidated with it at first, and then I thought, okay, I gotta watch the video. And so I have a family playlist. I just love it too. Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, multicast is a game changer because I can
Yeah.
have my whole family in there and scan their emotions. If I have time to pull up a playlist, I can do that, but you hit everybody at once. That's a game changer.
Yeah, yeah, it truly is. Yeah.
Wow. Marianne, note, I think you have something.
I do. I'm so excited. I mean, every time I get on here, you guys, thank you for sharing your stories. I just love them. And it helps everybody. It helps me. I can speak for myself. It helps me so much. So thank you. And it must have been the earache thing that was going on because yesterday I had a friend who had like an earache for the second day. He actually has a scan subscription. And so I just sent him my earache protocol playlist, and he started using it. And this morning, it was really hurting him yesterday. And this morning he said that it was gone. So perfect. Um, but my girlfriend called me yesterday, and she's been under a tremendous amount of stress, and she just lives up the island from me. I'm up here in Canada, you guys. And so, anyways, she calls me and she says, I have like she's had I'm not making a disease claim. Okay, this is
Yeah.
just whatever.
Mhm.
But she had an outbreak of shingles, and
Ah,
she's had this ongoing for years, and she had been under a lot of stress. Not only that, she also had like a strep throat. I mean, everything hit her all at once, and so she's miserable. And she didn't want to go get any of the. So anyway, she calls me. What can you do? So I started working with the my protocol for shingles, and then I also have another thing I did specifically for her. I said, well, what is it that's wrong? Well, I have the throat. It feels like there's shards of glass in my throat, this
Ooh.
and that, whatever. So I literally made her own one. I made her playlist and played both of them. And just said to her, please hydrate. Cell to cell communication happens with water. If you're
Amen.
dehydrated, we're not going to get the best results. So just drink up. She did. Today, the shingles outbreak was not painful, was going away. She's relieved.
that's
But I
unreal.
did run it for hours, you guys, last night. I went to bed and I let it go for about 3 hours. I woke up, I was like, oh, I guess you should turn it off, right? So, and her flu or whatever it was, it's improved, but she said she felt a lot better. The fever was gone. And so she's on that road. So that was yesterday. That was yesterday. And I had a friend who got a hold of me and was asking for some advice on shingles from out east. And so anyways, it seemed to be, I don't know, it rains, but it pours, right? So
Wow.
thank you for
That's
letting me share.
incredible. Yeah, that's
That's
incredible.
it
Marianne.
is. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Wow.
think of that. And I've had friends who have, and it's like a month or
Oh,
6 weeks
brutal.
or whatever in pain. That
Mhm.
is so good. I'm so glad you tweaked me with that. And the water, I was confused because my inner voice was telling me that I need to hydrate more. And I pack this thing around all day long, drinking. And I thought, this is just so interesting. And then Dr. Sheila, you posted, I think yesterday, about water absorption. And I thought, my God, I'm probably not absorbing the water. So I just started playing that today. I'm pretty excited to see the outcome of that.
That's
Can I just jump in
awesome.
real quick? If you don't have an infinity wand, like you're
Yeah.
missing out, because I make programmed water every day. I add, salt to it, and we all
Yes.
need more salt, you guys. We're not getting enough in our system. I think Dr. Sheila's talked about this numerous times.
Yeah.
And I program water every day. My cat loves the water. I bathe in it. I run a bathtub and I put in my Epsom salts and whatever. And then I'll just take a jar of programmed water, throw it in, boop, it programs the whole tub. Because I don't want to tell people we don't want anybody dropping it in the tub or anything like
Oh,
that.
no.
That wouldn't be cool. It'd be very hot, wouldn't it? Naturally curly hair immediately.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, for sure.
like there's so many applications to it. I was
It's mind
making
blowing.
lemonade the other day for somebody to come here, and they said, my God, this lemonade, it just tastes so different. It's the water.
Yeah.
The water is so beautiful.
Brilliant.
So
Yeah, for
See,
sure.
it's endless. The applications of this is endless.
Yeah.
Wow. Can't
Yeah,
wait
and
till I
people aren't
well,
realizing that their water is not in linear form anymore, that it is clumping together and it's not
Yeah.
getting in the cell. And that's why dehydration is coming up all the time on your body system scans and your inner voice scans. So we've got to get people charging their water. If they can't afford an infinity wand, I also use multipolar magnets in my clinic that you can set your glass of water on a multipolar magnet, and that helps break up the molecules and bring it back to but the infinity wand is used for so many things. That's the one thing it's used for every day in my house, is charging my water and restructuring it.
Yeah. That's amazing.
and who would like to look younger? Who would like to get more refreshed? That infinity wand, you guys, it is the bomb. Holy,
My God, I gotta get
or,
it.
people like, they ask me these questions. I guess I should take it as a compliment. I mean, look at all the beautiful faces here. But, I'm 66 and they're going, well, you doing
No
the
way.
injections and all this stuff. And I was like, hell no, I don't do that stuff. Not that I mind if anybody else wants to, like, that's cool. I'm not here to judge. I just know I don't want any of that stuff going into me. So, I have noticed a tremendous change in my skin, like just using that infinity wand. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Refresh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's bringing health back to the
Yeah.
cells.
Yeah.
We have got the best technologies right here for people. I'm just so excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anybody else that wants to share or have any questions at this time?
I
Yeah,
have something else.
Oh,
Can
go
I
ahead.
say something else? I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Okay, so I went to the dentist today and I had to have a tooth pulled. And so before I went, I did a scan, and actually I called my friend Shelly, who's gone through the phase 1 training and has her scan opened up to the second phase, and she's got the TMJ and the dental stuff. So I ran my scan and before I left, and I wanted to show it to my dentist. And then after she gave me all these shots, I did the TMJ scan again. And then I showed her that, and the muscles and the part that she put the shot in, it showed the number ones. So it showed that it was like dead. I mean, like it wasn't working anymore. And she was like blown away. So
Oh,
was
wow.
I, because I had the before and after, and I emailed them to her, and she's like flipping out because she's got all the good stuff, all the new technology in her dentist office. And so
Not ours.
yeah, she doesn't have this yet. So maybe she's a good potential, client or QLA, because she's sharp. So anyways, I thought that was really good. And before I went, I did the homeoenergetics that was like pre-dental and just ran that frequency on myself. And afterwards, when I was leaving, I was running that, and I've been running the, the tooth pulling, the tooth pull frequencies today. And I'm feeling pretty good. There's no swelling yet, and I'm doing pretty good.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
that's my other story.
That is fantastic. I can tell you one of my target markets is dentists, because what the information they can get from that dental scan blows all their stuff out of the water. And how much better can they take care of their patients with that information?
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
got to show our dentists
Yeah.
and chiropractors. My chiropractor gets blown away when I know I've got something out and I say, well, it looks like T3-4 because T1 is what is it? Double ones, or T4 is double ones. Was it T? Yeah, it was T. T4 double ones, T3 double nines. Oh yeah, T4 is out. Oh, that explains why there's no energy flowing there. And 9 is all upset, or 3 is all upset trying to compensate. And he's like, how do you know that? I'm like, my scanner tells me everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Show these
Yeah.
practitioners, they need this in their offices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Tina
think,
Beagle.
yeah, Tina had something.
Well, I actually had a question, but let me piggyback off that. I think I mentioned probably quite a few months ago, so just to bring it full circle here. When I take my mom into the dentist who has Alzheimer's, they typically, because of all the anxiety and she doesn't know what's going on, she'll continuously ask over and over. So the dentist had, instead of extracting 2 teeth, he had me go home, take her back home, get a prescription of Xanax and to calm her down. And I did that. Well, I did that like 2 times. A third time I decided against it. It's like I live in the country, so it's automatically 20-25 minutes into town, traffic and everything. I'm not even halfway to the dentist and she's already groggy, falling asleep. She is, well, now she's 89. Her gait is very unsteady on top of being drowsy, and I'm having to walk her carefully into the dentist. Well, the last few times, including the cleanings, I just run her for her tones. I don't give any more of that stuff. That's terrible. I don't like how she is, and she's really out of it for the rest of the day, and sometimes carrying over into the next day. And that's only what is it, 0.5 milligrams, a very low dose.
Yeah, but it's still,
I
that
gave
is
her-
heavy on an elderly person. And when they've already got some brain neurological dysfunction, that is more insult to injury. I know that they have to calm them down so they can work on it. But if we have something that's not going to hurt them, that can give them the calming effects. Ah,
Well, when I took her back and they pulled the other 2 teeth, and I just ran it there on the side and nothing. And that's again with 2 teeth pulled.
oh,
And well, they did give her a numbing thing, but
yeah.
because her pain tolerance is extremely high, they did end up giving her a little bit more. So if they would give you and I like 2 or 3 standard, she ended up with 4 or 5.
Yeah, I have to have double dose as well.
So,
But at least we can clear all that now.
mhm,
Yep.
yeah.
And you
And
had a
then my other
question?
question,
Yeah.
was to Mary Ann. When you do the water, bathtub water, do you do it in a container and then pour that infused water into the tub? Is that how you do that?
Gigantic. It's every day. We go through tremendous amount of water at my house. I drink copious amounts of water. Anyways, I just you can, if you want, you could just have a jar, but it has to be glass with no coloring or anything, or nothing on it, just clear glass. I just pour some salt in a little bit, because when you program it, the salt helps to hold and to receive the messages for the water. So that's what I do, and then I run my bath, and then I throw it in the bathtub, mix it all up, and the water that programmed water programs the rest of your tub. Isn't that beautiful? Right?
Yes,
So
True.
yes.
That's what I thought you meant, but I just wanted to confirm that.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
and I don't think we have enough time. I finally got mine in the mail. So any advice on how to use them?
Your tunes?
Yes.
Yep, you just
Oh,
put them on the body.
Anywhere on the body. Okay. I know I listened to a video, but it was just,
Yeah, Lauren and I did a little video when we launched them, and that was one of the questions is where do I put it? And Lauren and I are both like in the area.
wherever.
you're
Okay.
having a troubled area like your shoulder, you put it on your shoulder.
You can't do
Right.
it wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you know, if you got a thing going on here, you probably want to put them over there.
Okay. And you just use the tones from the tuning forks?
Yes.
Anything?
Yes. Well,
tuning
some
forks.
people are using them for other things. I'm only using them for the tuning forks.
Okay. That was my other question. So thank you.
And I don't know enough about all of this technology to say what else to do with it. I'm not real techie, so I stick to what Lauren tells me. But other people are smarter than me and they use them for other things.
A lot
Yeah.
of people have issues with the full moon. It really plays with their emotions. So, you know, the planetary ones, it can help people to move through maybe the full moon blues or feeling off, right? So just thought I'd throw that in there.
Yeah, Cynthia was asking if there's a video or worksheet to figure out what things are in the tuning forks. Well, there is a name for the frequency. Yeah. And I hate to cut this short, but it is time for the weekly Solix update, which is always really exciting. And I know Deb's going to give us some more information on the homeoenergetics, but I just want to thank you all for being here tonight. Sharon, I apologize for not answering your questions, but you can send those to me. More than happy to answer you, sweetie. I just don't want us to miss the Solix call. Liz, thank you so much for helping me host this call. And if you wouldn't mind
Sure.
closing us out, we also want to remember that we are not diagnosing, treating, curing, or preventing. We have no intention. We are using information technology only so that the body can do the job it's programmed to do.
Yes. And with that, thank you everyone for
Thank
showing
you. It's
all
amazing.
what you shared. Awesome. It was
Good
awesome.
job, Liz.
Bye-bye.
Love y'all bunches.
Bye.